Come here.
And all of a sudden it'll bust out.
Come here, baby. What you got?
What are you doing, Fat?
Watching you work making me tired. Mm-hmm.
This is Muffin, and I'm half-ass ready. So, all right, this is tape number 2. I don't have to give this information up, but I'm going to. Forgot to turn my microphone on the first take, so tape the whole video. Have to do it again. So, try number 2. Maybe it'll be better this time. Listen, I've talked about the grow boxes on my last gardening video, and I'm back out in the garden this afternoon. I want to show y'all how this the garden patch thing works on the grow patch that goes on the nutrient patch that goes on the grow boxes. Big fan of the grow boxes. They're wonderful for growing tomatoes. This patch you have to have for each one of these boxes, but it has the fertilizer for an entire season on the back of it. So, like I was talking about, I'm not sure that this is a true survival EMP situation, because you need to replace these patches with the nutrients. But what I do, I have 6 of these boxes, so I order 6 of the patches at a time, and then like every other year I order 12, so I have 6 extra patches. So I mean, as long as I got 6 extra patches, I can make these boxes work for 2 years anyway. So hopefully in 2 years, situation will be better. But anyhow, the box is prepared, soil already in it. You water it in the bottom, so you put this patch over, prevents weeds and anything else from stealing the nutrients from the tomato plants. On these patches, they're numbered. They have numbers. And in the instruction booklet, tells you how many plants of whatever you decide you want to plant that you can put in there. The garden patch is where I order these from, thegardenpatch.com. I love these things. I have success. I outgrow my trellises every year with tomatoes. And I harvest up until November. So I harvest up until the very last frost. So I have a lot of success with these boxes. I like them. But you can only grow 2 tomato plants per box. So that's all the nutrients that you have to grow 2 tomato plants. So you have to go in and hollow out a little spot for the fertilizer patch itself. And so I'm doing that. That way the thing will lay right. And then, so you have to take your scissors and cut out the hole so the plant can grow up through it. So they're numbered, and it'll tell you which holes to cut out. I'm going to cut out number 16, and I'll cut it up to the hole, and then I'm going to make a little star, a little 45 degrees, so that it flexes as the plant grows a little bigger. I know this is boring, but you have to do it. And then I'm going to use this one. Got an ant problem in my garden. I'm going to, after I get through the video, I'm going to kill a few ants. So, but you want to turn this, get it centered, right? I'm going to fold this back. Well, I'm going to make, you have to make a little, I mark mine with my finger, right? And then I dig this spot out. So I can put my tomato plant in. You want to plant your tomato plant as deep as you can in there, because this will all get roots on it too. The deeper you can put it in, only going to be able to go so deep, but we're going to put it in there. And then we're going to do the next one. That's all there is to that. Now we'll flip this back. The plastic that these are on is water soluble, so my soil's pretty wet. But if it wasn't wet enough, you put a little water on there to make this thing start dissipating. But forgot to mark the spot. See, it's already come loose. It's already started to go down in there. So fantastic. I enjoy these things, but you know, I've been musing in my mind about things in the world, and I don't. You know, I've tried. I made it a point not to get political on this on my YouTube channel because you know I mean it's all about my prepper journey and the problems that I've had, and you know maybe helping somebody not have those problems. But you know we had another mass shooting in Texas yesterday. Another mass shooting in Texas yesterday, and I just, you know, it's been on my mind. You know, I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment, and I'm a firm believer in my rights to keep and bear firearms in this country. But you know, I just in my mind, I wonder why. Even though I have my own opinions, why? I mean, the pansification of men in this country and just continues. It's an onslaught to testosterone, and I mean, I just believe that if you have the capabilities and the ability to conceal carry, and you have people you love, why you don't conceal carry every day. Now, of course, getting the concealed carry and getting the firearms is part of it. You need to go train, and you need to be proficient in what you have. And believe me, I work very hard. My son and I both work very hard to be proficient at it. But I don't understand why every time one of these mass shootings happens, there are 10 grown-ass men who aren't gunning these pieces of crap down before they get a chance to do a whole lot of damage. You know, I tell you to tell the ones you love them. Well, show the ones you love them. I mean, there's no reason you have to be afraid to go to a mall or to a doctor's office or to church. Schools, I don't know what the hell we're going to do about schools until they allow grown-ass men to take care of their own children. You know, as long as the government's going to prevent us from taking care of our own children, we're going to have to figure out what we got to do. But you know, when you go shopping at the mall or at the grocery store or Walmart or wherever it is you shop, why aren't every day after one of these shootings we reading about some guy, gal, person who jerked out their firearm and done what they needed to do to protect their family and themselves? So, yeah, I want to talk about that. I don't want to waste a lot of time, and I don't want to get real political on it. It's an appeal to men, real men. Where are you? What's happened to you? Don't let the pansification of the rest of America turn you into a pansy. Just, you know, I'm not saying you have to be a jackass. You don't have to run around flexing your muscles. But you know, there are men, real men in this country who preach the word of God. There are real men in this country who are scoutmasters. They're not the most popular people in the world right now, and you know they continue to do it because they have faith in their manhood, and they have faith in their God that He'll see them through. So, you know, I just want to know where the men are. I know you don't want to try mass shooting me at when I go to the mall to buy new Nike shoes. So, anyway, there you go. Get back to what we're doing here. These mats will curl up when the sun. So, the company sends you these little plastic pins that you can pin through the cloth and hold them down. And they work. They work fine. I like these a little better. These are aluminum nails that actually hold down underpinning J-channel on the ground. But and you buy a sack full of them for nothing. So $8 I think it is. So, but anyway, I like to use these, and you just want to get the corners, and you want to pin them in so that this doesn't dry out and weeds can't take root in here. I appreciate y'all joining me in the garden again, and you're probably going to join me in the garden quite often because I come out here to think about things, and today I've been thinking about that a lot. Brings me back to some security issues that I've been talking about that I need to get more serious with y'all talking about. You know, physical security around your home, around your safe place. It's a process, and it's something that you have to be proactive at, and it's something you have to sit back and look at your situation. It's going to be very individual wherever it is, but you want to do perimeter security in zones, right? You want to do perimeter securities out, you know, like say zone 4 it would be out as far as you could possibly know something was coming. It don't have to be an active security. It could be just a proactive security, somewhere that you know someone's within your area, right? So it makes you aware that you need to start up some serious security, right? So and again, I mean, we're talking about shit hit the fan scenario. But you know, now even when you have power right now, there's nothing wrong with being, you know, secure in your place. You know, motion sensor lights, those beam of lights you break and it makes a doorbell ring. You know, those kind of things. You know, you know someone's in your space, right? So in zone 3, zone 2, and zone 1, you know they're there. Now you want to slow them down, right? So hedgerows, briars, fences, gates, these things slow them down. Dogs, slow them down. Dogs are also pre-warning guys too. So then when you get to the actual physically defending your place, you want to start thinking about a firearm. I want to do a thing about firearms. There's no one perfect gun. People are, I see videos all the time about the perfect self-defense gun. There's no one perfect gun. There's going to be situations that you're more comfortable with. Now, I mean, the closest thing to a perfect gun is probably a 12-gauge pump shotgun. Simply because you don't really have to see to aim. You can send a lot of lead a certain direction, and you just want to make sure you're hitting, you know, bad guys, not friendlies, you know. So, big fan of 12-gauge shotgun. I own several of them. AR-15 rifle, big fan of AR-15 rifle, but this is a platform that requires you to do some work, some training. But I'm going to do a video about guns, and it's probably going to bore the shit out of most people because honestly, when you do guns, you have to do you have to talk about range safety, gun safety, and then you have to talk about the different types of guns. You know, single action revolvers, double action revolvers, semi-automatic, full automatic, semi-automatic rifles, pump action rifles, bolt action rifles, lever action rifles. So you have to talk about all those, and that's a lot more than I want to get into today. But you know, again, just wanted to touch on that. I said my mind gets a little crazy out here in the garden sometimes, but yeah, I did want to show you the grow boxes. They're awesome. I strongly suggest purchasing them. The more you buy, the cheaper you buy them. The growpatch.com is the website that I purchased them direct from. But Listen, I've BS'd enough today, and this is the second time I've done it, so I'll try to end here. But again, I want to talk about security more. I'll be talking about gardening all summer, so you'll see a lot of gardening videos. But again, tell the ones you love them, and let's get full ass ready. Muffin signing off.